going. All right, cool. So, now YMCA Swanson is one of the biggest sites in terms of number of meters. Well, I think
Hmm.
it's the biggest one. So it's 1110. Um, because we do the hot water meters and the cold water meters. We also do the electricity there. And that's done by John, but the hot and cold usually is done by Chris Connor.
Yeah.
Now, because there's so many meters and they're all manually read, you might find that there'll be more mistakes,
Hmm.
especially them being water meters. You got like smaller dials and rust and dirt on the dials and stuff like that. So what we usually do is I will process these best I can. Um, we get the hot water, the reads for the hot water, the reads for the cold water. They are then added in this column. So hot plus cold equals
Hmm.
blah. And then any that are too high or might be lower than previously by too much, um, we kind of we'll do a quick investigative process ourselves. And if we still can't figure it out, if there's a big error, because Chris does it before the end of the month, we can send, when John does the electricity after the end of the month, I'll send him to check them and get a photo.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the overview of the process.
Hmm.
So what I do first thing is the move all data, which you can do on the Stream Deck like that. Then I'll just do, just basically a VLOOKUP. So it goes VLOOKUP. I'll do the hot water in the hot column, hot water meter number for the corresponding row,
Hmm.
comma. Uh, I'll go over to the read sheets site data. So that's the stuff the one we get from AppSheet.
Hmm.
Highlight from A all the way across to the end, comma, 9, which is the total row, comma, false, enter. And you should get your hot water value. Now you can check this manually if you search for the meter number. You should be able to find it. YMCA Swanson 7119. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's just if you want to confirm it. So I grab that, double click on the little dot, and that'll copy it down. Then I kind of click on the top cell or copy the text. Okay. You don't want to copy the cell. If you copy the cell and paste it, maybe it will take the same one. Well, anyway, I just prefer to do it this way. Oh, I think it shifts the oh no, it keeps it there. Okay. Maybe you can copy the cell across. Well, you can do it that way, or you can do it this way and you copy the text. And I just kind of go into this one and I paste the text. Either one works apparently. So
Hmm.
then because we're using the hot water currently, I'll double click on the hot water and then click on the cold water. So instead of hot, I've got cold water, and that'll bring the cold water one in. Again, you can check that if you want, but it'll be correct. So that's the meter number 5057. Yep. So you should have all of your values. You can have a quick scroll way to the bottom. And most likely you'll find that these ones are at the bottom, because I think right now the shops are all vacant.
Okay.
So what you'll likely find is there's an NA here because there's no value in this box,
Mm.
because we're looking in this box, but there's nothing there. So you can just delete that. Again, use the previous month as a guide if you need to. You can see that they're all empty. But I think in here, uh, just go back up to the top and in the cold water, filter for zeros. Just 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think instead of 9, go to the top one, instead of 9, change it to a 14. And click and hold and drag that down. And you can see they're all closed.
Yep.
Or you can search for the meter number if you want to do it more particularly. Just search for the meter number in here and you'll see they're all closed. Now, when it's closed compared to vacant, I usually keep it as vacant because closed could mean, oh, well, they'll be open soon, so you can go back and get the read. Whereas vacant is it's empty and there's no one there.
Yep.
So if someone puts in a closed skip for this month and it already has vacant, I leave it as vacant.
Yep.
If someone has a closed skip in the comments from previously and this time it has vacant, I will replace it. So just think of like vacant kind of takes precedence over everything else.
Yep.
All right, so we've gotten rid of that. So that's easy. Now we just put the total. So equals hot plus cold. Double click on that little dot. I'll put it all the way down. And then you can put the read date in, which was the 28th. Third. Copy that down. And now we have our reads. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once you've got these columns filled out, I'll highlight the hot and cold, just the hot and cold columns. And I'll do the copy paste, Control C, Control Shift V. I won't do this one yet because we may have to change some of these. And when I change, let's say the hot, I want it to affect this column.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can see here, for example, this one, it's off by 0.01. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is because previously he's put it in as 0.21, but this time it's just 0.2. Because basically what I'm getting to do is only put in one decimal point. Okay. So a lot of these are going to be off by 0.0 something. So instead of that, I'll take the previous one and just kind of copy it over like that. Or you can just change it manually and just add a 1 there. Oh, no, you can't because it's even more. Oh, it's 214, see? So yeah, I usually just take that and put it in there, paste the values. Now you can do it one at a time like that and just scroll down, do one at a time. I tend to do this. I'll go into the usage and I'll sort smallest to largest. Don't need that, so I can expand that. Can you see this as well?
Are you able to zoom
Yeah, I'll
in
zoom in. I'll zoom in
a
now.
little bit more?
Yeah.
Just a tad.
Yeah.
One. Ah, yeah, that's better.
Better?
Yeah.
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 All right. Okay. So, sort smallest largest. And the first thing you see here is something kooky here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave that for now because it could be, well, I'll highlight it. I'll highlight it. This one, oh, do you know what it could be? It could be a new meter. Could be a new meter. Just thinking. We're gonna add a step, okay? After we do this, we're going to go into here because VLOOKUP. So go all the way to the right. Click on hot water. Go back to your read sheet. Highlight the whole table again. We're going to go 14, column 14, enter. And we're going to copy it all the way down. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this one. I reckon the meter's been changed and he hasn't realized. I want column 15 because this is where they leave notes. Right. So I'm going to take that. So now we've got basically 14 is the skip reason and 15 is the comment in
Mm-hmm.
here. So I've got our skip reason and any comments that he has. So this is for the hot water. Nothing in there. Let's sort it again by read order. Just have a quick look. 0, that's okay. 0, that's okay. Okay, nothing in the hot water. So now we'll change it to the cold water. Double click, click. Copy this down. So now we're looking for the cold water meter, if there's any skip notes. Bum, 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 bum. No, he's added nothing except closed. All right. I think that the meter has been changed here. It's the only reason I can think of that it's so low.
Mm.
And same with this one. So what I want to do, I'm going to highlight this one. I'm going to highlight this one because they're way off. See? Now this one off by 2. Last one was 165. This time it's 163. My guess would be that he's put a 3 instead of a 5. So I'm just going to copy that to the previous read to the current one.
Yep.
This one, I've got no idea. It's only off by 2 though, so I'll do the same thing again. And you can see for all of these ones, they're off by less than 1. So I'm just going to take the previous read and copy it into the current one. All right. Now we'll do. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
While I was doing what I was doing. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of finding which ones are off by the most. These ones are way off, so we'll probably send John to check them and get a photo.
Mm-hmm.
I I honestly think they've been replaced. If it's within kind of like 1 or 2, I'll use the previous read. But if you want, you can just tell John to get a photo as well. It's up to you.
Yeah.
So we'll do. Oh, so we've done smallest to largest. Now we'll do largest to smallest. Oh, hello. Look at that. 514 539. Does this look familiar?
Yeah.
Does this look like the old ones? The ones that we had?
Yes.
I think he's made a boo-boo and he's done the wrong ones. Here we go. Here. Look at this. You see what he's done?
Yeah, he's mixed them up.
He's mixed them up. That's right. So we don't need to send John back. So, although, what's this? 377. Okay, he's made all kinds of fucking mistakes here. Um, okay, I'm just gonna try and fix this to the side.
Yeah, that's all. That's it's too much going on there.
Okay, we'll move it over here. Um, don't need the totals. Um, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's what we've got. So I want, and again, do it however you like, really.
No, I'd probably do it like this too. Just
Jan, Feb, March. Feb, Jan. What were these ones? Oh, this was the total. Wait. 539. Okay. Um, so my guess is that one goes there, right?
Yep.
This one, 514. That one goes here.
Yep.
539.
10.65 goes there.
Yep, that goes here. Uh, okay, I've got two 377s. He's put 377 in twice. So 377 should go here. Let me just move this over here. Um, uh, 47. I should go there. That one should go there. 39.2. 539 should go here, which means that it's just this one, which goes here. But we made that 7.1. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Again, I'm just making this up as I go currently. So 35, that one is the hot water one. So I want that there. And, oh, shit, where did I fucking go? And then this is the other one. Here. Okay. Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, Chris Connor's always making it difficult.
Mm.
All right. So, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And you can see, so even though this is a bit high, this 644, it's, the number itself, 8, isn't that high.
No.
So that tells me that it's okay. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, you figure out a way that you'd like to do it, but that's kind of like I just kind of split them up and figured out which one was where.
Mm.
And if there were any, because sometimes you'll put the same read in twice. If that's the case, you can either estimate it yourself or just send John back to get a photo a couple of days later. I would just send him back. So this is smallest to largest. That one's good. Now largest to smallest. Whoa, hello. Look at that. So the percentage is high, but also the usage is high. And 429, 429, 449.
Stay in the 2 for a 4.
I would guess so. I would also though get him to maybe put in the read sheets here, but Chris next time to get a photo.
Yep.
April, May, 5. That way, if it is correct, you'll have the photo next time,
Mhm.
So you're kind of like preempting it. All right, so that makes sense. 835, 849. See, that's okay. Variance is fine. This is high, but it's okay. The usage is okay. I'd say they're okay. Yep. So I think the hot one's done.
Yep.
So cold, only one. Brilliant. Copy that into there. And largest to smallest. This one. Um, and these ones. Again, it's not too high, you know.
Mm.
That one's given me a big thing, but looks okay. Maybe we'll do this. We'll check this and we'll see what it's been previously. And if there has been, what's the usage? 12. We'll see if there's been 12 units of usage previously. Okay. 2, 1, 0.1, 2, 2, 3. All right, there really hasn't been that much usage. So I'm guessing that this is supposed to be a 5. Just by the fact that there was not that much usage on it.
Mm.
Move over here. See, like the only time it's gone up by 10 is this time. So I'll just change that to that. And then we'll get a photo. Again, there's no like procedure to this. You can just leave it if you want. And then we fix it up next month and we just say previous reading correct. You know,
Yeah.
this isn't something that you have to do.
Always are on the side of caution.
Yeah, especially with Connor's sites.
Yeah. Just always go for the lowest read
Yeah.
possible.
I mean, yeah, it depends on the previous. So that's 5, 1, 7, 9, 9, 2, 1, 1, 1, 12. All right, so there has been usage of that much previously. I'll probably leave it.
Yep.
But you can see so there has been like a few months of 9s.
Yep.
So it's not out of the question that it would happen. If it's been a whole year and it's never been like that first one, that's when I'd start to question that read.
Yep.
Okay, it's 5, 3, 3, 3, 7, 4, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 12. What do you think about that one?
Let's have a look.
A lot of 3, 2, 2, 4, 4, 1, and then a 12.
So the previous was what? 637. So it might be 639.
Yeah, that would be my guess. Just looking through this and going and seeing that like the highest otherwise is 5 or something. Yeah, 5. And then it's just 3, 3, 3, 2, 4, 4, and then a 12. I would change this to a 3.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, even if it's correct, I mean, at the end of the day, it just gets billed higher next month, and we got a photo.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
So I just add a photo for this one. It's a lot of getting photos. This is a
yeah,
similar process to what I do on Riverside and 111 Eagle and Pacific Fair, the ones that Jack does,
hmm
because he manual reads them and you'll only have a single read. So I will kind of, if it's way off, sometimes you can tell from the dials that he hasn't put the right number of dials in. But other times he may have gotten a different register. And so I might estimate it
yeah.
unofficially and then just get a photo next time, just as a check. What have we got here? So 637 to 4. What the fuck? All right. Ignore those. I think it was 637 to 45. So that's 8, 1, 4, 6, 9, 8, 12, Uh, 12, 1, 1, 12. Yeah, that's fine. That one's fine. Someone's putting in some reads at a high rate here. What's happening? So, pack fair. Yeah, Jack's at pack fair. All right, cool. Yep. So yeah, so by the time we've gotten to here, I would probably stop and just go, okay, I'm pretty happy with these. It's just
Yep.
like the top few you do. You'll notice them if they're way off,
Hmm.
but I'm pretty happy that are good. Yep, nothing out of the ordinary. That's within reason compared to the last reads. So yeah, I think we're good. So
Yep.
once I've done those checks, then I can do a copy paste. So I grab from the total across to the read date all the way down to the bottom. Control C, Control Shift V. Go back down to the bottom. Get rid of these zeros. So you want it to make it look kind of like the previous one. Make sure you got your notes in here, vacant. Check your comments. So I'll filter out any blanks in the comments. That's all good. Vacant. These are just ones that are replaced. Clear the data, and that's it.
Yep.
If you have any that you want John to check, um, send him the details of the meter. In here, what you'll see is, so for example, let's say you want him to check, let's random one, let's say this one. Get the meter number. Look for the meter number in AppSheet. Okay. Open it up. And in here, you'll see, you want to send him the meter number, but you also want to send him the location.
Yep.
Now, the way these are coded is this little thing L363. This means to the left of units 363. So
Hmm.
there's a cupboard to the left of that unit. Here, this is a cupboard to the left of 367, to the right of 404,
Hmm.
to the right of blah, blah, blah. So send him those details and just tell him to get a photo.
Yep.
Then it's easy to find, unless it's these ones, which are a little more confusing. But yeah, that's basically for YMCA. That's how you kind of figure out where everything is. And it's very specific. So, yep, that's it.
Cool.
So, yeah, you can send it straight away if you want and just say, hi, Tina, or whoever's at active. Here's YMCA Swanson. Waiting for confirmation on a couple of reads. We'll resend when I get them. And then when John goes back, you get them and yeah, update the reads based on the photo.
Yep.
And
Would you leave them blank in when you send them?
yeah,
Those ones that
yeah,
would
yeah.
delete.
I'd leave them blank. I
Yeah.
would delete the read
Yeah.
and maybe highlight it or something so that active know
Yeah.
which one we're doing. Yeah, that's it basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Stop.